So a week and a half ago, I drew this image on my whiteboard, and then about 5 minutes after that, I drew this. So this is the design for a hexacopter I wanted to build. As you can see, I've got the batteries here, my power distribution board there, and the angle of the arms in about this sort of shape. They're spread out a bit further apart. Well, the angle is a bit steeper at the top, so that the propellers don't get in the way of the camera, which will be mounted to it. And I also had it so that this design had these arms are further out than these arms in terms of their position like that, so that they can fold down and they'd be straight. I then went onto my computer and created this design. So this is the hexagon because it's got 6 arms on it, and then I decided that it would be best to go with a shape similar to this. So the arms we put, well, the joint that the arms can hinge on, so they'd be able to like bend, like, there you go, they'd be able to bend like there-ish, and then I'll zoom out a bit more. There we go. So this one would be able to bend all the way down, this one would be able to bend all the way down, and so would this one. This was just the testing of it. I then built half of the model, just there, cool. I have these propellers, there you go, you can probably see it better there. So they're about footing length, and I just checked that in those positions it would be able to work. There again is half of the hexacopter. So I then created this middle plate here, and this one is the main like strengthening part of the body. So it's 4 millimeters in well, it's 4 millimeters deep, and then I believe it's probably like 28 centimeters this way, and I think 7. Oh, I can measure it actually. From there to here. So that, yeah, 28 centimeters that way, and then I think it's 14 centimeters across, 18 centimeters across, and then I believe down here it's 7. So these, like I said, these hinge points move further out on each one. There is this section here, just where I designed for the batteries to go, and then here is where the power distribution board can get screwed in. That all worked nicely. I then created the bottom plate, which is slightly different. Top view, rotate that around. So there you go. So you can see here, that's the middle plate, that's the bottom plate. So the bottom plate has these holes. These are 6 centimeters apart. Each one is 2 centimeters apart individually. And these are just a consistent mounting system for if I want to mount something like a camera or some drop modules underneath it, just to have some fun. This is going to be 3 millimeters in depth. And it's not so structural, but the arms will also be attached to this. So the arms will be sandwiched between this layer and the middle layer like that. See, just like in my design here. So I've got my middle layer, my bottom layer, and I've got a top layer, but then I've got where the camera can go and the batteries go here. So just like my design. This middle plate here took 19 hours to print, and this one was about 14 hours to print, and they were completely solid. But once they were finished, I could start putting the arms together. But this is what I ended up finishing out with in the end. See that? So, sorry, I got a bit shaky hands there. So you can see here, it's got the bottom plate. It's a bit darker down there, but it is there. You then got the middle main plate, which is 4 millimeters thick. And then you've got this top plate here. I then also created a little system where I put the antennas inside straws and then mount them on this nicely designed thing so that the antennas don't get hit by the propellers. As you can see, well, just like I intended the design, the arms can actually fold. There you go. The arms will be able to fold inwards there. This one here would be able to fold down to there. And these also further back, so it can go completely straight, so it's a lot smaller than most designs. This also has got a GoPro which is mounted at the bottom, and then it's also got these landing legs which can be fully retracted here, and they go to be in line with the actual motor. Yeah, that's a week and a half's worth of work. It works very nicely. I haven't yet flown it, but all the systems appear to be working. I created this battery holder here, so this screws in underneath using that modular mounting system I was telling you about. The camera, I had to, sorry about the weird camera angles, I had to put I had to drill additional holes in here on each side. I also had to 3D print and create, see these white sections there? There. So that's just acts as a spacer so that everything can kind of like fit correctly. I also had to create these sections, different camera lens. So that section there, I think it looks quite nice. And then I also had to create these triangular sections there. I also have future-proofed my design. So here is a GPS mount. You mount a GPS on the top, and it just allows it to fly a lot better. So I can mount that there. I've also got extra space to put mounting gear here. I have a gap here as well, so I can stick another camera on top. Because of the holes that I have underneath, remember that modular mounting system I put? So I can then put 2 GoPros at the front here if I wanted to, and then do stereoscopic video, so like 3D video, and you can use that in VR. What else? I had to shorten the arms, so each arm used to be this big, and then I wanted the center of mass to be further inward, so it's a bit more maneuverable. And when I do proper videography stuff, I can use these arms again, and where is it? I could mount a nice weight at the end, or even longer arms, so that the center of mass is further outward. This just means it will be blown about less in the wind, but at the moment this is plenty strong enough. These motors here, this whole system is collectively powerful enough to lift about 20 kilograms of weight, which is a very large amount, but it means that I can mount any camera I want, and I can just be happy that I can get out of the way of things if I need to. So this is my controller for the hexacopter. I can retract the landing gear with this switch up there, and I can angle the camera using this, there you go, lever just there. I can also do a myriad of other things with this, but that's primarily what I'm using to control it.